Welcome back to Leeds lately. Apologies, I had a few Wi-Fi issues there just before we started this, but should be okay there now, I think. Welcome everybody to the stream. Today's game against West Bromwich Albion should be a big one in our title hopes, and if we can go ahead and win this one like we have done our last 2 or 3 games, we'll be very happy indeed. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. Welcome to our Leeds Lately members. Karen Curtin is in here already. Let's see if we've got any other members as well. We've got Paul Milner, who's a member as well. We've got Pierre, who's a member as well. But other than that, we've also got our regulars. Shout out Penny Lane, Liam B, William Williams. The usual suspects are in here. I hope everybody's doing well and looking forward to this game. Last game was fantastic. We were absolutely buzzing at the final whistle. We were absolutely buzzing at the end, and of course as well, rest in peace to Leslie Bray, who is or who was Leeds United's oldest season ticket holder, I think at 99 years old. So yeah, thoughts go out to his family. We are just about 10 minutes away from kickoff here at the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion are a side who I've done a preview on this, but they're a side who don't necessarily play in the exact same way to what they did under Carlos Corberán. Now with their new manager, Tony Mowbray, they do play in a slightly different way to the way they played before. They actually play more similar to the way that Leeds play now, but maybe with a little bit more of a conservative look at things. So if they try and go toe-to-toe with Leeds, there's definitely a chance we could blow them away. But if they try to kind of sit back a little bit more, they might stand more of a chance here today. And look, I'm not being arrogant or anything like that. Our record speaks for itself in the last amount of games. Is you look at the win probability on Google, 71% to Leeds, draw 18%, and West Brom 11% chance to win this one. And they are only 4 places below us in 5th spot, but they're on 51 points and we're on 75, and our goal difference is plus 50, which I laugh every time I see our goal difference is plus 50. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, but it's fantastic. No, the Hawthorns, aren't we? Oh, we are at home. Oh, see, sometimes I don't know where my head's at. Let me change. I've done this before, but let me just switch round the scoreboard, and then everything else should be fine. We should be able to sort this now. There we go. That's sorted. There's not really much else we can do. Or we can change the description of the stream. We could try and do that as well, because that is obviously wrong now. I wonder if we can do that. Oh, yeah, edit here. Let's just change the description to say at Elland Road. Let me see, all my tweets are wrong as well in the build-up. Here we go. The description and everything's changed as well now. That's just me being an idiot. But nevertheless, I think we should be all right now. Should be good to go. Yes, I have forgotten the board draw at the Hawthorns. It's one of those things that you just kind of drift out of your mind and don't really want to think about again. Yeah, so look, I'm looking forward to this one. This is the West Brom lineup. A few changes from last time out, but they still do have Adam Armstrong, who we have some history with, and we do have some issues with in the past with him scoring a lot of goals against us, and especially that Premier League promotion chance in the playoff final as well that he took from us. bad defending in that situation. Should never have happened, but he was there to finish it. And he was clinical. So yeah, look, it's frustrating and disappointing, but we bounce back and hopefully we batter them today. So yeah, their team is Wildsmith in goal, Furlong, Kyle Bartley, who we know very well, Hegem and Styles make up the back four. You've got Moa and Malumbi in midfield with Swift, Price, and Johnson ahead of those, with Adam Armstrong up front as what looks to be a lone striker today. About 6 minutes away from kickoff now, and I'm looking forward to this game and hopefully getting a win from it. You'll notice down below that, of course, our corner direct corner goals has reset to 0 after Sinaka's goal. Also, just a general reminder to please refrain about posting from goals until I have reacted to them to avoid spoiling my reaction and therefore the game for me. Welcome Robert Wetzel as well, and CB, 2 of our other Leeds members. And this time we have 2 top fans of the week. Couldn't split them. So top fans of the week, Penny Lane with a €50 super chat, which was absolutely amazing. And Mr. P again for a second week, this time with a combination of super chats that added up to £47. So thank you very, very much to you two. And of course, thank you to everybody else who donated as well last stream. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you, no matter how much it was. It was a massive, massive appreciation from me. But yeah, look, Leeds coming into this game have made a couple of changes as well. Let's just switch that over and we can see the team that we actually want to see. There we go. Leeds United. Meslier in goal. Then you've got Jaden Bogle at right back. Rodon and Strauch are the 2 centre-backs again, with Firpo on the left. Those flying fullbacks should be important for us today. Tanaka is joined this time by Rothwell in the midfield rather than Gruev, maybe for a little bit more of a progressive play in that midfield. I talked about that in a video that's coming out soon on the channel. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that as well. And then you've got James, Aronson, and Solomon, who are also in there. And Joel Peru up front as well, who is now joint top scorer in the league, and with his assists as well. I think he's up there with the highest goal contributions in the league as well. So that's fantastic from him. Robert Wetzel saying, holy hell, it's early. Got home around midnight from a work trip. Wife says, why are you? Oh, must be a Leeds game. Yeah. What time is it where you are, Robert? Because it's a 12:30 kickoff for us. So it's one of those ones where you can watch the football early in the day and then you can have an evening to yourself as well without having to watch the anxiety of Leeds United. But in general, there's probably about 5 minutes to kick off. I'm looking forward to this game here, and I'm really hoping that Leeds can do a job today and just really kind of prove the quality.
I'm in.
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 They're all in. Are you?
Sorry. I don't know what happened there. I think I lost Wi-Fi for a minute. Can everyone see me again? I think my Wi-Fi went down for a second. I'm not sure what that was. Well, 7:26 a.m. Well, I think we're back because I can see Robert's response. 7:26 a.m. from Robert Wetzel, he's saying, which, yeah, very early in the morning. You got back at midnight as well. It's yes, it's very early, isn't it, to be getting up? So hopefully Leeds United make it worth it for you. The players are heading out onto the pitch now as well. So it shouldn't be too long before we do see Leeds United in action again. Hopefully getting Leeds across another 3 points to get us up onto 78 points, which would be unbelievable, wouldn't it? Not sure what you mean, Chewy. Kyle Bartley and Alex Moa, of course, 2 very familiar faces in this West Bromwich Albion lineup. Strauch captaincy today as Ampadu has that injury and he goes to lead the line to shake hands with the opposition. They are showing the lineups now on the screen on Sky, so I'll show you them as well. Meslier, Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, and Firpo make up the back five. Then you've got Tanaka and Rothwell in the midfield with James, Aronson and Solomon ahead of them in behind Joel Peru. Bench of Darla, Ramazani, Joseph, Gilavogi, Byram, Nonto, Schmidt, Tabayo and Gruev. And then the West Bromwich Albion lineup, Wildsmith in goal. Then you've got Furlong, Bartley, Hegem and Styles making up the back four with Malumbi and Mowat in the midfield in behind Price, John Swift and Johnson. And they are all those attacking midfielders in behind Adam Armstrong as well. And their bench, Griffiths, Holgate, Diangana, Dyke, Diakite, Grant, Lancashire, Banny and Fellows. Definitely more strength in depth on our bench, but they've got a few decent players. Mason Holgate, Diangana, Daryl Dyke as well. Of course, suffered some really bad injuries for West Brom over his time there. Lovely spring day, Michael Gott saying. Well, goals and assists this season. Joel Peru, 21, 15 goals and 6 assists. Dan James, 18 goals, 10 assists. Oh, sorry, no, 10 goals, 8 assists, which puts him on 18 goal contributions. So Leeds are 2 of the top 4 goal contributors for the whole league this season. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. Corberan left West Brom in January and went to Valencia in the Spanish First Division and was replaced by Tony Mowbray, who is one of the more progressive of older English coaches and has been trying to play a little bit of a similar 4-2-3-1 to what Farke has played throughout the season. But there are a few little tweaks and differences between his. If you didn't see my preview, that was what I kind of explained in that. It's pronounced DK, like Daryl DK. Okay, Robert. I was reading it very phonetically. Ooh, we better get the. We better put Leeds back on the screen because I know people got a bit upset last time when I left the other team on the screen for too long last time. Make sure you hit that big red button down below as well. We are trying to make that push for 9K. I've got loads of videos scheduled to come out on the channel. You'll see that I've already uploaded loads of videos this week. And I'm hoping for a 9K as soon as possible. We are underway here. Joe Rodon with the ball. Nice to be back and ready to watch Leeds play. Joe Rodon, long ball down the line into Peru, who plays it around the corner first time into Dan James. Dan James, he's got Solomon free in the box towards the back post. It's a poor ball by Dan James. Solomon might, oh no, Furlong's going to be able to clear that one at the back post. Throw in by Leeds, Firpo. Oh, tries to get to Aronson, but Aronson gives the ball away, and now West Brom can just clear that one. Here's Joe Rodon. He's going to try and give it all the way back to Meslier now. Meslier comes out and receives the ball, takes a little touch and plays the ball to Strauch, who temporarily has swapped with Joe Rodon to play right centre-back. Here is Strauch on the right-hand side of the defence. Plays it back to Meslier. If anybody wants to see the West Brom team at any point, I'm happy to switch that over for you so you can have a look at the other team as well. Just let me know. Welcome everybody who's joining us. Welcome to some of our new members as well. And we've only just kicked off as well, Gareth, so you haven't missed anything. Here's Strauch, who still hasn't had an opportunity to switch back into his preferred position as he plays the ball forward that's cut out, but then Tanaka comes in and gets that one. Hi, guys. Welcome, everybody who's joining us. Here's Junior Firpo. In now to Solomon, who's picked up a deep position to come and bring the ball back to Tanaka. Tanaka with the ball into Peru's feet, who's come short for it. Now played the ball out wide to Solomon. Really good play by Peru. Can he now get in the box as well? Ball comes into the box. Cleared away by the foot of Kyle Bartley, I think it was there. And it's actually going to be a corner kick to Leeds, so we better get ready to change the goals number of corners since the last direct corner goal. It's one that we need, Trev, but I don't know, it's not guaranteed. They're not a bad side. 10 new members from Super Monday. Yeah, some of them were gifted subs. Some of them were new members in general. Corner about to come in then. Corner kick comes in from Rothwell, headed away there. We can make that 1. Trying to break here on the counter-attack West Brom, but Dan James is just so quick that he can come back and give that all the way to Meslier. Sorry, I just there's an eyelash on my screen. Very professional commentary from me there. Is Rodon. Now Strauch. Out wide here to Dan James, who's taken up position on the left. Tries to play it forward to Firpo, but that one's going to be cleared away by Furlong. Then headed forward again by Malumbi, I think it was, and Leeds can pick the ball up at the back. Here's Rothwell. Ball out wide here to Dan James. What can he do as he comes inside? Good ball there into Aronson, who plays it back to Rodon. Rodon now spreads the play out wide to Bogle. Period made a run beyond him, but he doesn't choose that option and he goes back. Yeah, me too, Michael. He's done us over too many times. Here's Aronson out on the right wing now. Tries to play it into the box. Good idea, but Wildsmith comes across and picks that one away from Jaden Bogle's feet there. Yeah, good shout, Goz. Maybe make sure everybody hits that like button. We all know that if we get 100 likes, that's when we score a goal. It's literally the rules. We've got 71 people in here and only 34 likes, so smash that like button. We'll try and get up as quick as possible to that 100 likes. We all know that equals a goal. Here's Rodon. Back to Tanaka here. Tanaka tries to switch the ball over there to Firpo, but it's actually headed away by Furlong. And now, good foot there by Rothwell. Takes it away from the West Brom midfielder. Solomon here. Back to Tanaka. Now Rothwell. Across to Rodon, who could perhaps bring it across the halfway line here. Yeah, he does carry the ball. He plays a little lofted ball into the space here for Jaden Bogle. Is he going to get there? Jaden Bogle. Oh, he cuts the ball back and gets wiped out. But now Dan James is inside the box. Goes to shoot. Just past the far post. Unlucky there for Leeds. Should have probably been a free kick against the defender for that tackle on Bogle. Ends up with a Dan James shot just curling wide of the post. This is just temporarily. I'll show you the West Brom team as well. Otherwise, there's no point in me making the graphic. Just have to do it just to make it worth it. Yeah. Well, maybe the viewership will go up when we go to the Prem Chewy, and then 200 likes will be the equivalent of how easy it is to get 100 likes. Here's Wildsmith sending that ball forward, back up towards Furlong, who takes a nice touch and then comes inside, drops that one off to Malumbi. Out wide now to the right-hand side with a bit of space here. Oh my goodness me! The ball comes into the box into the edge of the from the side, drops onto John Swift's foot, and he just drags it past the far post. That could have easily been 1-0 to West Brom there. I've jinxed us, so I'll put that back on. I hope so, Chewy. I hope so. But trust me, I'll remember who stayed loyal when we went down to the Championship. Here's Furlong. He's going to be forced to go all the way back to the goalkeeper here. Piru's chasing him down, but he sends it long quite easily there. Picked up by Strauch. Now Rothwell. That was a let-off, by the way, that West Brom can come and provide their own threat when they do come forward. Next year will be difficult, yeah. But if I've got a video coming out about this actually next week, so look out for that. There's a video coming out about how if we get promoted, how we might be able to deal with it. Cross into the box there from Dan James. It's a bit of an aimless one, and it goes over to the back post, and it's going to be a throw in there, actually. Did you sort the formation on West Brom? Are you asking me if that's the 4-2-3? If that's right, yeah, it is. So Furlong, Bartley, Hegeman, Styles are the back four. Mowat and Malumbi are the two holding midfielders. Then you've got Swift in the 10. Price and Johnston are the wingers, and then Adam Armstrong is the striker. So that is the way that they are set up as well, in the right order. Yeah, they did, but that's because of how high we like to play our fullback. So the thing is, that's when Leeds have won the ball back here. That's when if you had Gruev on the ball, if you had Gruev on the pitch, sorry, he would be the one covering that fullback spot. So maybe things like that wouldn't happen. But then you lose a lot with Rothwell and his ability to play forward balls and carry the ball forward as well. PSA and West Brom quite a defensive setup. They are set up in a very similar way to Leeds. They're just sitting back a little bit more than what we're doing because we're the home side. And Leeds have scored. Leeds have scored! Junior Firpo has scored another header. That's 1-0 to Leeds. I almost just wasn't expecting. It was such a nothing moment. The home goal. Press that button. Yes. The ball just was kind of floated into the box from the left-hand side, and Junior Firpo just gets up in the air and just taps it over the goalkeeper with a header. We've got to give that lad a new contract. What are you saying, everyone? Give Firpo a new contract? He didn't survive in the Premier League last time, but what if he's got a bit more instruction? What if he's got a little bit more going on? Is that another assist from Dan James? It is, isn't it? Or is it? I can't tell. I'm sure it's Dan James. Yeah, it is. It's Dan James again. Great header. But he's picking up the position in that half space. With Dan James goes out wide, that means Firpo comes in and goes into the half space, which then allows him to get on the end of things in an attacking sense. And look, it's worked perfectly there. Farke's tactics, exactly how he wanted to. Yeah, even if he's just a backup, isn't it? Even if he's just a backup and we do sign a new left back, I think he's very capable of doing that job. He knows the system so well now as well. Here's John Swift. Plays the ball out to the left-hand side here for Price, I think it is. Now back again to Styles. Mowat now. Johnson. Now back to Styles. Yeah, we paid a deposit of 42 likes. Here's John Swift. Here's Armstrong now. Ball down the line here for Johnston. Bogle trying to stop this cross. Forces it back to Mowat, who whips a ball in towards the back post. Back across by Furlong, headed away by combination of Dan James and then a clearance by Junior Firpo. There was claims for handball in there, but I think it was so fast that it hit Dan James that there was nothing he could have done about it. Oh, no, actually, Furlong headed it. It hit Solomon in the head, flicked off him, and then hit Firpo's arms, which were down by his side. Oh, yeah, I was trying to... Michael saying, you're right, Max, every time they get the ball wide, it's crossed into the box. That's what I said. I'd forgotten what I'd said in my preview of this game, but yeah, that was what I said. Like, it's a very similar system to the way that Farke plays, except in the final third, there's less kind of attempts to use the half space with the ball on the deck. It's more get the ball out wide and cross the ball into the box anytime it's possible. Good block there from Joe Rodon from the shot from Johnston from the edge. Now Furlong. Back again to Malumbi and out wide here. Cross blocked by Firpo and then headed away by Strauch. If we win this, we only need 12 points to get 90. When scoring first, Championship under Daniel Farker, 43 games, 39 wins, 4 draws. Unbelievable. What a record that is. Firpo waiting to take this throw in. Cleared away by Firpo here after the throw in was bounced back to him. But now, Dan James picks the ball up there. Unlucky. Piru can't get the ball to Aronson. And now West Brom have the ball again. It was a chance to break there perhaps for Leeds. West Brom have given it away again here. Here's Rothwell. Rothwell dispossessed. Strauch comes in with a sliding challenge and straight to Firpo. Firpo with the long ball in towards Dan James. He is going to get there, but it's not going to be a shooting chance. He's going to have to try and pull it back here. Crosses it across the box, headed by Bartley. Away by Johnston here, and it's going to go out for a throw-in on the right-hand side. Yeah, our goal difference is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it, Karen? I think we would be at we'd be at, sorry, what position? I think we'd be at 79 already if it wasn't for Melies Howler's goals. Because let's say the Sunderland game would have been a win and the Hull game would have been a win. That's 4 more points than we actually got. So we would have been on 79 right now. Like genuinely without his mistakes, that's what we would have been on. Like that is mathematically, we would have been on 4 more points. But everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Here's Bogle with the throw in, by the way. So nothing's really happening at the moment whilst I'm chatting. Absolute crap. Here's Dan James. Back to Aronson, who believes he was fouled there as they went through the back of him, but nothing given. And West Brom are still trying to play their way out from the back. As Aronson gets to his feet, limps for a few steps, and then seems to be running perfectly normally again. Here's Kyle Bartley running through the lines here, tries to play a ball forward, cut straight out by Rodon, then Tanaka, then Rodon, then Bogle, and Leeds have tidied that one up nicely. Here's Tanaka again, now Bogle, and Rodon again. Yeah, it was a 1-game ban because it was accumulation of yellow cards. Sorry. Was it an accumulation of yellow cards? I'm not sure. But Aronson already is a permanent signing. I was supposed to, yes, that's Firpo. I don't know where my mind went then. Here's Bogle. Fun fact, West Brom are nearer at the bottom of the league than the top points-wise. It's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, if we accidentally somehow manage to drop out of the top 2 and get 3rd, and West Brom got 6th and we're closer to the bottom of the league than to us, we would still, here's Bogle in the box. That's going to be a corner kick to Leeds. We would still have to play them for a chance for them to go up to the Premier League, which I just don't think the playoff system is fair at all. I think Aronson's a good look. If we go up, I think we need to sign a quality Premier League number 10, and then Aronson is a good backup. Then is the way I'd look at it. Here's Rothwell anyway to take a corner. Rothwell whips that ball into the box, comes out to the edge. Aronson shoots, but it's hits the rear end of one of the West Brom players, and it's going to be a recycled ball back to Leeds again. Yeah, Chewy and Pierre agree. And look, I think Aronson's a good player. So and he scored a lot of goals this season and he's done really well. So I don't think we can just say bin him off. I think he'd be a very good backup. which would be a big difference between last time we went up to the Prem, because Aronson was considered like, this guy's going to be our number 10. And if we had him as a backup, I think that puts us in such a stronger position overall. Firpo gets that one back to Solomon. Solomon switches the play out wide here to Dan James, but it's just over his head. Pass not quite good enough, and Dan James can't get to it. Yeah, they are trying to play a bit of a more of a mid block when Leeds do have the ball, not trying to come out and press too high. So Adam Armstrong will drop in then with the other number 10 to create that 4-4-2, like Chazza says in the chat. Sorry, that was Michael Gott that said that in the chat. I've got a video coming out on that as well, Trev, soon. So all these questions, we're going to have, there's full videos on them, already recorded, thumbnails made, scheduled on the channel. So there's plenty of new content coming out for everybody. Here's Malumbi on the right-hand side. Really poor cross from him as he slips over, and Meslier can just fall on that one. Malumbi is one of those footballers who really looks like it's like mid-2000s. Like, he would really fit into a West Brom side that featured like Craig Dawson, Ben Foster, James Morrison, that kind of crowd. I think that like he just looks like he's from a different era. Only like the last era, like 10, 15 years ago, but still. Oh my God. 2010 was 15 years ago. Jesus. Leeds lose the ball there, but they are trying to press to win it back. Oh, Tanaka wins that one back and does well. Then he's tripped, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Is Rodon now? No, I don't think I answered that, Big Chazzer. I think he will. Yeah, I think he's got it in his locker. I think he's the fact that he can play as a centre back or a centre midfielder is a positive thing. Oh, unlucky there from Dan James as he tries to play the ball into the feet of Bogle, who'd made a run beyond him. Now here come West Brom out the other end. Leeds, good shape though, and forced him to go back to Kyle Bartley. Now Mowat plays the ball forward. Out wide to Johnston. Johnston with a long switch out to the opposite side here. Ball into the box. Bogle with what is an excellent challenge. A risky one, but a really good one. Mowat tries to play the ball forward again into the front man there. In fact, I don't think that was the front man. I think that might have been Callum Stiles, the left back, who was in the front man position, but it just rolls through in the end to Meslier to go and take a goal kick. What a fantastic tackle that was from Jayden Bogle. Aronson's in here. Aronson's in behind. Oh, really good tackle there by the defender, but Aronson should be so much stronger than that. You've got to get your body between the man and the ball so that you can't just take it off you like that. PSA, and for me, none of the team that are in that relegation side can be judged on that. The club are a mess and the players have developed so much. Yeah, I also think that, like, look, we had 3 different managers that season, none of which particularly were tactical geniuses. And so it was always going to be difficult. It was always going to be difficult. Yeah, pretty much what West Brom are doing, Michael. Oh, ball into the box, and then it's going to be another corner for Leeds, I think. Firpo tried to cross that one into the box there towards Solomon, and then it was just taken away at the last second by Malumbi, I think it was. So Leeds have got a corner here. I realised I'm right at the edge of this. I should be more central like that. That's better. Ball comes in from the corner. Oh, Tanaka at the back post. He just took a wild swing at it with his weak foot, and in the end, he just went through him, basically. Should have probably, I don't know, maybe he should have just tried to take a touch down to Dan James. Just kind of cushioned it in. Yeah, I'll just highlight that comment. Think of how hard it was for the players to transition from one manager's tactics to another nightmare scenario last season, late season with a relegation fight. Yeah, it was a mess, wasn't it? It was absolutely ridiculous. If we'd have sold the club as soon as Bielsa got us in 9th position and finished 9th, I would have sold the club to the 49ers then. I think we probably would still be in the Premier League now and on our way to great things. But we've had to do it the hard way. The thing is, and to be fair to Jesse Marsch, he did have a tactical philosophy. A lot of the things that people level at him is that he didn't have any tactics. Jesse Marsch did have a tactical philosophy. But the issue was that he didn't have players good enough to implement that. When he played in Austria, he had the best players in the league who were able to implement what he wanted to do. He had Haaland up front, for example, so the finishing was ridiculously clinical. So when you come into a team who are fighting to stay in the league, you've got problems because you haven't got the kind of skill set in the squad to be able to play the way he wants to play. He did have a tactical philosophy. It didn't mesh well with what Bielsa had done, really, other than that it was high intensity. It didn't really mesh, but he didn't have the players to do it. So he just, it was a massive push of naivety from him that he thought it would work and he didn't adapt it to suit the Premier League more. You can't say that he had tactics for a junior school team because he had success in multiple teams before. It's just that we did not have like that. Those kind of tactics might have worked at a top level club in the Premier League, but we were not that. Anyway, it's not the time to get into this. We're winning 1-0 and we're hopefully on our way back to the Premier League. Just as Adam Armstrong now picks up the ball. Here's Swift. Sorry, that's Johnston. Now Swift. Now back to Johnston. See, I don't think that's necessarily true, Trev, because you've seen how, for example, Man City this season. That's not a good example because they have had a great system for years and it's been adapting constantly. But you have seen that how many managers have come in at Chelsea with God knows how much money to spend, the players that they've got, and not succeeded there. Here's Strauch. Now Rothwell. Tanaka. Bogle. Into Dan James. Dan James dispossessed there by Callum Styles and then a clearance. Although Tanaka is battling to win it back off Swift, but it's actually apparently battling a bit too hard, and that's going to be a free kick to West Brom. That goal was so weird, by the way. It really was a weird goal because it just was like a goal from nothing. It just didn't feel like it was going to happen. And when it did, I was like, oh, we've scored. Yeah. West Brom do look okay. I mean, I said in my preview that they're not a bad side. They're well organised. They've got an identity to them. They know what they want to do. a lot of what they do is whip the ball into the box from crosses, but they have to engineer those positions to get the ball in. So they have to have something about them to be able to get in those positions as regularly as they do to be able to cross the ball in the box. So they're not a bad side. It's just about whether we can get another one and really settle it. Yeah, probably is Leeds' strongest 11, I would say. I would like to see more from Ramazani, though. I feel like if we like, he's a permanent signing, isn't he? So if we go up to the Premier League, I want him to have more experience in a Leeds shirt before he goes up. Do you get what I mean? If he's going to be getting game time in the Prem, it's like, well, hold on a sec, give him a bit more game time in the Championship. Which obviously it's not about just giving people game time, and you can't focus on the league that you're not even in yet. But I do think he's got a lot of potential, Ramazani. I'd like to see more of him. It's exciting as well to watch. Here's Swift, dispossessed by Tanaka, and that's going to be a throw into Leeds. Yeah, I mean, I do think that, Michael, it's not necessarily being tarnished, but like the perfect example is Firpo, because Firpo didn't work under Bielsa as well, because he was getting torn apart week in, week out because I think of the man marking situation. I think now what we've got in Firpo is somebody who's settled into a system that really suits his style of football. And if you saw another manager come in who played a slightly different way, you might see Firpo have a huge drop off. But I think this system just perfectly fits Firpo for him basically to be an extra winger like he was at Betis when he was playing in a wing back role with three at the back. And he was one of the wing backs who essentially was playing in midfield. So I think it's down to the system who can really improve players. Adam Armstrong's in behind here, and the ball was dribbling through towards the goal, but he'd got it past Meslier, but not past Strauch, who cleared that one. John Swift played it into Malumbi, who just, he's onside there, and he was just in on goal, and Strauch manages to come across and clear it. Good save by Meslier to get enough on it to stop it. Oh, it's actually, so Mellier's save would have gone the opposite direction, but it hit Bogle and then carried on towards the Leeds goal line. So they've got a, hi Ryan, they've got a corner kick here. Headed away there by Rodon. It's going to be a corner on the other side now. See, I've never even heard of Ray Tinkler, so. Ball comes into the box. Meslier punches. Confident, good punch there by Meslier, you know. Quite enjoyed seeing that. Ball comes back in. It's bounced all the way out for a goal kick. Bogle is mind-bogglingly good at right back. I'm assuming that's what you wanted me to read it like, Joe. Thanks, Gates, to the FC stats. I little bit before my time. Good little flick by Aronson there, and now Solomon picks the ball up. Who slips a bit there, but eventually finds his way back to Rodon. Now Solomon, in the right back position, gives the ball back to Rodon. Now Strauch. No Bogle. See, to be honest, you like Hamer wasn't very good against us, but you probably would take him, wouldn't you? He's one of the best players in the league in terms of his actual quality and skill. I think Daniel Farke would probably not stand for his fitness levels and get him a bit fitter as well, which would make him even better. But Dan James is having a talking to by the referee, but not a card or anything. Yeah, he did, Chewy. I think it. Yeah, he went. That was when he went to Fulham. Dan James probably lucky to get away without getting a yellow card there, but maybe it's his first one. So Swift into Armstrong and then cleared away by Firpo, but not very far. And Meslier can come out and claim that one. Bit of a miscommunication there as Rodon blocked off the striker as he tried to get there. Shout out Gateshead FC stats. I wrote Leeds history 7 years research of Leeds City and Leeds United. Sent it to Angus Kinnear. Well, welcome to the chat. Good to have you. Leeds were on the break a little bit there, but it's taken away here by Price as Firpo tries to stop him playing out from the back, but he plays it across here to Hegem. Now Callum Styles coming down the left-hand side, looking forward. He's got Marvin Johnston ahead of him. Bogle comes in with a good challenge, but I think the ball had already gone out there after Johnston's touch, and it's actually going to be a Leeds throw-in. Bogle, I think he's going to leave that one for Rodon to take. Well, just over 10 minutes left in the first half here, and our goal, we've had one shot and we scored from it, which is obviously very, very good. Actually, sorry, that's one shot since our goal. But it's been quite an even game, if I'm honest. And I think that we might be just about second best so far in this game. That's going to be a throw in there to Leeds. Or maybe a free kick as well. I'm not quite sure. Are we only on 57 likes? Make sure you smash that like button, everyone. We're on 84 live concurrent viewers, but 56 likes. So smash that like button and get us up as high as possible. Hi, Rookie. I would say that we might be just about second best, but it's a very even game at the moment. We scored from one of our only chances, really. Firpo scored another header. Here's Furlong. Ball back to the goalkeeper here. Those of you who are just joining us, if you want to see the West Bromwich Albion lineup, that is it. A few familiar faces in there with Bartley and Mowat. Here's Callum Styles to John Swift. Spreads a play over to Malumbi, who doesn't take a great touch, but somehow manages to get the ball back to Bartley, who plays it out to the opposite fullback. Leeds just squeezing the space here to force them to... he played a long ball there, but it's gone pretty well for them until Strout comes and cleans it up, gives it to Meslier, and he sends it long. Leeds forcing West Brom back here. Look, they'll feel a bit hard done by West Brom in this first half, given the way that they've played and the fact that they're 1-0 down, but they'll take hope from the fact that they've stayed in it as well as they have done. And what I want us to do is kill their confidence by getting a second goal. If you are new here, and you haven't already, make sure you hit that big red button down below. It'll allow you to put comments in the chat down below, as well as getting regular access to content on the channel. As well. Oh, there it is. 10% off classic football shirts if you use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout, and there's an affiliate link in the description, so I get a small commission for the sale. It's a free kick here to West Bromwich Albion. Ball played in towards the back post, headed back across. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. They've equalised. It was a header. Set piece comes into the box, and Leeds and Daniel Farke will be very, very disappointed in that, as the ball is crossed into the back post, and just the looping header over Meslier towards the back post. Darnell Furlong. Yeah, really poor defending and marking from that. Let's have another look at it. Furlong, you can see he's Bogle's man, I think. To tell you what, though, it's a really good header. But Bogle has got Hegem and Furlong to mark at the back post. He's got two players to mark. And to be honest, I think he kind of ducked out of the challenge there. He should have been a lot stronger, Bogle. Well, that evens things up. There was a little shove in there, Robert, but I think Bogle's got to be stronger. I think he's got to be much stronger than that in the challenge. Daniel James, flag up against him for offside, I think. Someone should have been helping Bogle out, but Bogle also should have done better. Here's Callum Styles. See, literally what I was talking about 2 minutes before they scored, saying that Leeds have got to score another one to kind of kill their confidence. Well, what's happened is they've scored, and now their confidence will be completely buoyed by this. And yeah, this is a wake-up call, White Swan saying. Yeah, it's really important that we make sure that we don't let this slip and we go and get a second goal. See, the thing is, as well, in previous games, we've been able to bring Rothwell off the bench to try and change a game in terms of the attacking impetus. But given the fact that he started the game and this is the way that we're playing, who really can come off the bench and change that? You've got the wingers that he usually changes, and Ramazani and Nonto to come on, but does that really solve our issue, is what I'll say, because I'm not sure it does. Here's Hegem. Now Bartley. What happened to Hegazi? That's what he was called, wasn't it? He used to play for West Brom, the Egyptian centre-back. For some reason, I thought that Hegem was Hegazi because they've both got Heg in their name, and I didn't really see a picture of either of them. Firpo cleared that. Now, here's Marvin Johnston. Well, their back four's now been broken up, hasn't he? Bashir Humphreys is now injured, and he won't be in their back four. So that back four that's been so good has now been slightly broken up. Burnley's. They've conceded a goal. Conceded 2 goals. Who are they playing? Here's Malumbi. Is it back to Bartley here? Long cross into the box, headed away by Strauch. But that is going to be another corner. Oh, they were playing Preston. I thought they might, if they were in the FA Cup, I thought they might be playing a Premier League team. Ball crossed into the near post there from that corner, cleared away at the front post by Joel Peru. Now, ball on the halfway line with Callum Stiles. Tries to spread that, but Bogle's going to bring it forward here and gives it to Dan James. Dan James on the charge. Tries to get the ball across the box. It's cleared away in the end for a throw-in by Furlong. Good from Bogle there. Really proactive. Here's Tanaka now. Now Rodon. Tanaka again. Rodon. Oh, Rodon. Yeah, fouled there by Armstrong. Armstrong is, I was just reading his lips there. Armstrong is calling, to put it PG, Rodon an outhouse, even though he definitely fouled Rodon, so I don't really know what he wants from him. Corner to Leeds here. Yeah, Peru probably could have played that ball across there to Dan James, but instead Leeds have got a corner kick, which we're notoriously great at. Rothwell to take then. Oh, he's taking it short. Ball into the box. Headed away. Now Rothwell. Back to Bogle. Not sure what that long ball was there from Dan James. But it's going to be a throw into Leeds. Must be annoying to be one of those players like Adam Armstrong who keeps getting teams promoted to the Premier League and then not quite making it in the Premier League and having to come back down to the Championship and do it again. Firpo now into Solomon. Solomon tackled but still retains possession here and tries to get the ball into the box. It's cleared away though. There's only 1 minute added onto this first half, by the way. It'll be over before long, but yeah, I don't think we've really seen anything from Solomon either, to be honest. I think, yeah, good shout from Michael, but he won't do it straight away. He'll give Solomon a bit more time in the second half before bringing, either Ramazani or Nonto on. But imagine it might be a change he would make. Maybe Dan James as well, because I don't think Dan James has been fantastic. He's got himself into some good positions at times, but he hasn't necessarily... well, I mean, apart from his assist, he hasn't done a massive amount. Goalkeeper slips there as he sends the ball along. But that is going to be the end of the first half. So, as we just get ready for the second half, I am going to quickly go for a break. So I'll be back in around 3 or 4 minutes. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you get any substitutions you'd like to see. Anything you want to chat about in the comments, and I'll read them when I get back. So I'll just have a short break now, and then when we actually...
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
They're all in. Are you?
Hello, we are back. Where were we when we left? William saying, I hate watching games against West Brom. They're almost as bad as watching Burnley. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're that bad to watch. It's just always kind of a slog, isn't it, for us against them? Farke will try to improve things with the players already out there at half time. Yeah, I think a lot of our issues in chance creation is that we aren't able to play through the midfield, and we need to make sure that we offer different options when coming and receiving the ball. Maybe Nonto and maybe Solomon and James are shattered. Nonto and Lagi is not a bad shout. Maybe not straight away though. Yeah, I mean that would be the swap, I think. Big Chaz is saying our second half performances are very good. So I think with some substitutions and a good halftime team talk will sort us out. I hope so. And I kind of agree with the sentiment there. I think there's certain things that we can definitely definitely change in the second half. When did Harry Styles sign for West Bromwich Albion? That would be Callum Styles, Harry Styles' younger brother. Sunderland has a 2-game losing streak. Yeah, it's not exactly a streak, is it? I think it has to be at least 3. Welcome, Clive. Clive said we need a bit more intensity. I mean, yeah, did anybody mention? So Pierre saying Schmidt. The thing is, Bogle is 1 yellow card away from missing the next game, isn't he? Let's get that crap off the screen. Put that lovely thing there. Bogle's 1 yellow card away, I think, from missing the next game. So I think if we do bring in Schmidt, that gives us an opportunity to save Bogle and to also have somebody who's still got a good attacking impetus. So I'm hoping for that. Mike Balanoff saying pretty typical for a lunchtime game. Need to pick the energy up. Yeah, I do think that there's a little bit of kind of a lethargic element to what we're doing. Maybe we are tired, but look, everybody's played the same amount of games, haven't they, pretty much? So we just need to make sure that we go out in the second half with a new attitude and potentially pick up some better positions. The goal itself was a really good goal. It came from nothing really, but it comes from our typical point of view. You can see this here. Let's see where you can see it here. So Dan James is, let's say that this is, oh, actually we're the wrong way around here. So this is if we're playing out from the back. So let's look, we're going to have to flip it and Leeds are going to have to be red, but you'll just have to forgive me because it'll take me too long to switch everything around otherwise. So you'll just have to forgive me for just a second. So let's say that was their back four. Someone said, what the hell was Firpo doing up there? But that is partially his job. So if we take it that it was out on this left-hand side here, this is Dan James out here. But what's happened is if Dan James goes really wide like this, that's when Firpo's job is to fill in this half space here. But what Firpo's done is just gone on a little bit extra. You've got Piru making runs into the box. You've got Aronson on the edge of the box as well, occupying midfielders. You've got players all around. And what's happened is because Dan James looked like he was going down the line, he then cut back. That allowed this fullback to be pulled out towards him, which then allowed Firpo to make that run into the box where this player couldn't track him because he'd gone in behind him. And obviously when the cross then comes over, Firpo's perfectly positioned in that half space to knock the ball over the goalkeeper with his header and allow Leeds to allow Leeds to score the first goal. So it's essentially what Firpo's job is, except he's gone on a bit further than he usually would in that sense. Their goal is very disappointing because it's a set piece. So you've got Leeds players all. So we're back to Leeds being yellow now again. You've got Leeds players all on the edge of the box, like so, trying to stop this, and maybe potentially you had a couple of Leeds players as well out here. And then let's say that this is Furlong at the back post. You had a couple of opposition players here. And let's say that this is where the kick was going to be taken from. Maybe further in that, and you might have had one person in the wall. So it probably looks something a little bit like this from that situation. So the ball's about to come into the box. And what happens is here, these two Leeds players are trying to defend this one player here. And so they both go with him, which leaves Bogle on his own at the back post with two players. And when they go to the back post like that, Bogle kind of gets sandwiched between them. So when the ball gets whipped into the box like this, it comes over and Bogle gets banged into by Hegem, I think it was there, the centre-back. Bangs into him, kind of takes him out of the equation. Should have been stronger though, Bogle. And then Furlong's able then to head the ball from here, which loops over the goalkeeper into the back of the net. But this should never have happened because we should have had whoever this was, potentially Rodon or Tanaka, whoever it was, should have come with this player to try and put some physical presence in there to try and force him out the way. And then Bogle could have fully concentrated on going to Furlong and defending that back post. But instead, you had those two players converging on the same opposition player, and you had Bogle there on his own at the back post to try and defend that, which really, really knackered us up. So defensively on set pieces, it's about communication and telling each other who should be marking who and where they should be standing, because that wasn't good enough defensively. It really wasn't. Our goal was good, but defensively, it was just really poor. We really should have done better than what we actually did there. So Leeds can't score from set pieces and can't defend against them. Lots of work in the summer. Yeah, I think we do need to hire a set piece coach as well. I do think we need to hire a set piece coach because look, it's not great. It's not great. But I do think the substitutions that we've mentioned in the chat are very, very appropriate for this. Leeds just... I want to have a look at some of the highlights, because sometimes when I'm watching the game, I find it difficult to actually look at the positions because I'm just commentating. So it's hard to have to look at the positions to kind of pick out the tactical elements. Often I'm commentating and I'm just kind of being forced to watch exactly where the ball is and not watch anything off the ball. So then I find it quite difficult to do the analysis. But I definitely remember what happened for the goals. But in terms of this midfield, though, they are applying a mid block, and I do think we need to be stronger in our positioning. We do need to be braver in risk taking and playing the ball forward. And I think there are times where we're just giving the ball away far, far too easily. Paul Milner saying we win 3-1. I really hope so. I really, really hope we do. Players are heading back out onto the pitch now. Just checking Twitter to see if anyone's said anything. We're about to kick off again here for the second half. Come on. We're underway. Sometimes it takes 2 presses to get it to do it. I don't know why. Yep, we have just started now. Well, fewest shots this season, Leeds. 3 in the first half against West Brom has been our second lowest of the whole season. The first lowest being the only 2 we took against Blackburn in the first half of that game, which wasn't a very good game, was it? Here are Leeds coming forward. Already look like we're coming forward with a bit more impetus. Here's Solomon in the box. Solomon cuts back. Oh, skies it. Oh, I think it was a block, actually. Yeah, Leeds came forward, Bogle with the ball into Piru, then spread the ball out to Solomon, who cut back and he was about to shoot, and then a Price came flying in with a slide challenge, which is why it went over the bar. No, it'd be lovely to finish this weekend on 78 points, wouldn't it? Rothwell then with a corner about to come in. Headed over the bar. Unlucky there. Dan James got up for that header well, but went over the bar in the end. I always forget to set a goal. There we go. I've set a goal. Here's Strauch. Now Meslier. Meslier sends that long ball forward. Now Bogle trying to win that back there. Can he? Leeds battling for it, and they have won it back. Here's Rothwell. Rothwell with a long ball forward there. Dan James does get on the end of it. Well done, Dan James. Now Styles in behind him, trying to stop him. Styles has taken the ball off him there. Dan James a bit complacent with it, and that's been cleared out for a throw in anyway. And now John Swift is down, holding his knee. I think Bogle fell on it. We've got 80 people here. Well, no, 74 people here. It's just updated. Just if you haven't liked the stream already, please like the stream. It really helped me out. Not so Swift there. No, it looks like he might have done his knee in. Looks like a bad one. He was already like fully stretched, and then Bogle fell on top of it as well, which is a bit cringe. Looks like Grady Diangana is getting warmed up for West Brom as well, by the way. I forgot about Josh Madger and Jed Wallace. There's a few of those who obviously just aren't in the lineup. Yep, make sure you hit that big red button down below, as CB says there. I wonder if that's going to... Yeah, it would have actually fit perfectly next to it. Let's try that. I think there's a cooldown on it, so I can't press it again straight away. Anyway, hit the big red button. So Swan is making a joke about swifts and swallows. 3 birds with 1 stone there. Headed away by Rodon, but the ball now back with Malumbi. Now Tanaka. Strauch. Rodon. Ooh, Strauch slide tackled there, but he does win Leeds. A throw in the end. A figure of speech, Ruggy, as you well know. He's Firpo. Throws that one forwards. It's going to bounce all the way through to Hegem, who gives it back to the goalkeeper here. Long clearance there from Wildsmith. Oh, Rodon heads that one back to Meslier. For a moment, my heart stopped thinking that he was going to head it over the top of Meslier into his own goal, because Meslier did come out to claim it. But no, Meslier catches it. Here's Piru. Back to Tanaka, who is dropping between the 2 centre-backs. Now Solomon. Leeds just don't really have that many forward options here, with the way that when Leeds play from side to side, they shift across so well, West Brom, that they really cover up that gap. They throw a blanket over it, and they have 4 or 5 players in the passing lane that Leeds want to use, which is either into the half space for the winger who's cut inside and come deep for it, or out wide to the fullback. And when we do go out wide to the fullback, he's quite isolated out there, so it stops him being able to play through the lines too much. And we resort to things like that, where Joe Rodon's just blasted it straight at their centre-back. Bogle apparently hasn't been fouled there, but Rodon comes in and wins the ball anyway. Ooh, Dan James was chasing down the goalkeeper there. Didn't quite get there in time. Strauch plays that one back to Meslier with confidence. Piru tries to win that one back, but it's turning a bit scrappy at the moment. Here's Bogle's pass. Piru might be able to pick it up now. It's been cleared by Hegem. It's very scrappy at the moment, and Bogle has just been penalised for a shoulder barge, which really soft from the referee there. Yeah, Mowbray is a decent manager. Like I said in my preview, and like I said at the start of the stream as well, Mowbray is he's definitely one of the older English managers with a lot more kind of a positive footballing philosophy. He does want to attack. He does want to not concede goals, but also to be strong going forward as well. So I think he's he's a good manager. It's a free kick to Leeds, by the way, in the midfield. Rothwell, Tanaka, back to Rothwell. Cross now to Rodon. As he looks forward, what options does he have? I think it's going to be out wide again, which is what they're limiting us to. Dan James to cross the ball into the box. Piru's headed it. It's come off Bartley, I think it was, and it's going to be a corner into the box. Yeah, like CB says, he's not a dinosaur. Like Big Sam, where you go, no ticky-taka stuff. You're not allowed to pass the ball to each other. Only thing you're allowed to do is hit it as hard as you can. That's it. Corner about to come in then from Joe Rothwell. Decent delivery. Comes out to the edge. Here's Solomon. Solomon goes to shoot. It's blocked there. Leeds fans and players alike calling for a handball on the edge of the box there from Bartley. He goes down holding his face. Classic. Ooh. Poor touch there by Solomon. Long ball forward here from West Brom, and Rodon just heads that one into touch, plays it safe. Furlong then to take the throw in. Looks like he might be trying to take a long throw in. Referee blows his whistle and tells him to go backwards a bit. I'd love to get a winner in this one. I want to just keep winning, keep on that train. If we win this, we've only got 12 points left to get in the league before we hit 90, which should be enough. Yeah, so Furlong looks like he's going to be taking a long throw in here. Long throw in comes into the box, headed away by Joel Pirou, I think it was there. Here's Styles. Gets it back again. Long ball forward again from West Brom. Here's Furlong. Plays it down the line here to Price. Back again to Furlong, but a poor pass, and Pirou can pick that one off. Here's Strauch. Strauch tackled, and that's going to be a Leeds throw in. Throw in from Firpo into Pirou. Does well there to get the ball back to Rodon. A bit of a miscommunication between him and Meslier, but Rodon takes it and plays it out wide now. Here's Dan James coming forward. He's got Bogle ahead of him. It's mad how high our fullbacks are at times. Here is Bogle. Great touch from Bogle and then pulled down by Price. That's got to be a yellow card, surely. Because Bogle would have been in a good crossing position there. It's very cynical. No, the referee's not giving anything today in terms of bookings. It's a really good touch there by Bogle. Here's Rothwell. Strauch now. Poor from Strauch, that pass forward there. Just chipped it into touch. Here's Tanaka. Back to Rothwell, who's kind of in the left-back position at the moment, and gets it back again off Tanaka. Rothwell, across to Rodon. We spent a lot of the time playing the ball around with our back line and looking to play the ball forward. Our usual positions that we like to play the ball into aren't open to us because of the way that he's giving the ball away, nearly Hegem. He's still got it though here. A lot of the time, the positions that we usually play the ball into, which is the half space when the winger cuts inside or out to the fullback, are being cut out by them stifling us in the midfield. So we need a solution to subvert that. So that's either try and bypass the midfield entirely and play it into the front. And that's either through balls into the striker's feet and then people can play off him, or it's through long balls over the top to try and stretch the play a little bit more and make them think twice about packing the midfield as hard as they have been. Here's the ball out to Solomon now, who's picked up like a fullback position. But when you look at it, unless he takes somebody on like he is doing now, it's not really a massive amount of passing options. Tanaka feels like he was maybe fouled there, but nothing given. I mean, I'm projecting there. I thought Tanaka was maybe fouled here. Here's Solomon on the edge of the box. Across now to Bogle. Bogle still going here. Gets the ball to Firpo. Firpo shoots. Deflected, and it's gone over towards the back post where Styles can clear it. You've made some really good challenges and blocks in this game, West Brom. And that's a foul there, and it completely slows the play down from Dan James. I think we need to I think they need to swap out Dan James and Solomon. I think both of them need a break and need fresh legs. We're about in the 60th minute now. I think it's a good time to do it. Firpo's doing well, but he's just he's unlucky there. Good defending. Michael saying from the first half they've cut out our channel and corridors to Solomon, James, Bogle, and Firpo, just as I've said. Yeah, and it's very frustrating for them. So I think we need to find a way of bypassing that, or at least making them think twice about sending that many players in those positions by either switching the play to change the point of attack, or playing balls into the front, or playing balls over the top. Have our players spin and run in behind rather than the way we've currently been playing. See, Furlong's doing it again. Ball comes into the box from that cross and it's cleared away. CB, come on, Faki did it early last week. Early subs, please. Headed away there by Firpo. Now Styles. It's going to be a ball all the way back to Wildsmith in the West Brom goal here. Marching on together. A chorus of starts to swing round Elland Road now. Bogle plays that one forward. Here's Hegem. Into Styles, back to Hegem again. Tries to play it forward. Cut out by Leeds, though. Good ball there. Now Solomon on the edge of the box. Went to maybe try and fashion something there, but tackled again. They're so quick to come back and tackle as a good defensive team, West Brom. I think seeing how the rest of the game's gone, I think we were fairly lucky to score the goal that we did. Here's Malumbi. Back across to Hegem. Swift with a long ball forward that's going to bounce all the way through to the grateful arms of Ilan Melier. Rolled out to Rothwell, who plays a first-time ball back to Rodon. Here's Tanaka. Tanaka switches that one out to Firpo. Literally what I just said about switching the point of attack. Ball comes into the box. Goes across everyone. Now Bogle. Across the box. It's still in there. And then it's cleared away. Look, literally what I said, isn't it, about switching the ball across the pitch there. It really made a difference to our attacking play. Leeds have won the ball back here again. Now Solomon, just on the edge of the box. Goes to shoot with his left. Again, a good block by Furlong this time. And it's going to go over the bar for a corner kick to Leeds. But like I said, that switch across the pitch, changing the point of attack, where it went to Firpo, it really worked, and that's what I'm talking about that we need to do, because at the moment we're struggling in there to play the usual way that we like to play. We need to have a way to mix it up. Direct corner kick then to come in here. Rothwell, corner into the box, headed away, and it's actually going to go out again for another corner kick to Leeds United. Oh, it's taken short this time. Crossed in towards the back post. Bouncing around. We are on 8 now, though. Leeds starting to wake up a bit. Yeah, we are. I just need to see a little bit more of what we just did then, where it was a chance for us to really switch the play, which obviously is not an... it's fouled there, Tanaka, surely. It's not an easy skill to do, to be able to play the ball across like that, but it's certainly something that is an option for us, like what we did then when the opportunity presents itself. Switch the point of attack. Here's Firpo, who's tackled there, but the ball still bounces across to Solomon. Aronson out wide now to Dan James. Chance for him to maybe cross it in or shoot. Dan James shoots straight into the goalkeeper's gloves. Yeah, like Clive says, we are trying to vary it up a little bit, trying to, but probably what Farker said at half time. Long clearance there from Melier. Aronson goes up for the header and Firpo wins the second ball. Aronson's going to have to go up for a header again, and now ball bounces all the way back to Strauch. "66th minute, almost sub time," says Pierre. I think Ramazani or Nonto for me, or both. Here's Solomon coming forward now. Good chance to play the ball into Dan James. Dan James inside the box here. Dan James shoots with his left foot, blocked to the edge of the box. Tanaka shoots, again blocked. And it's going to go for another corner kick. I can't stand teams like West Brom who just throw their lives on the line in front of the ball to stop you. Just let it go in. So annoying. God, how annoying. Ball into the box. Caught by the goalkeeper in the end after Strauch's header. We are definitely providing more of an attacking threat now. That's going to be a Leeds throw in here. Yeah, we're definitely improving. Bogle throws that one backwards to Joe Rodon. Now Pascal Strauch. Here's Rothwell. Malumbi to Furlong. Cleared long by Wildsmith. Here's Solomon. Chance to run forward a little bit here. Good ball into Peru. Peru shoots! Not enough power on it. Right angle, but not enough power on the ball there. Offside anyway, apparently, against Joel Peru. Very frustrating there. Solomon came forward, gives the ball to Joel Peru, who was offside, yeah, but his shot was poor anyway. So Dean Garner. Armstrong's coming off. And so is Swift. We've made a few substitutions. There you go. You can see them on the screen now. Here are West Brom in the box. Trying to cross the ball in. Headed over the bar there by Furlong. Leeds need to be careful. Clive saying, I think this is a game made for Nonto. Can see him getting hold of it and unleashing one of his powerful strikes. Yeah, Leeds need to be careful. So, like I said, Swift off, Dean Garner on, Armstrong off, Calvin Grant on. Ooh, foul there by Rothwell. And it's going to be a free kick here to West Brom. Furlong not on team sheet. Yeah, he is. So literally the second one down. Good foot there by Rothwell. Oh my God, how is that a foul? It's not a free kick, that at all. Oh my God, the commentators are biased. Mateo Joseph is getting ready to come on for Leeds, by the way. I'd imagine that might be Aronson coming off and Piru going into the 10. Free kick comes in. Headed away by Rodon. Leeds try and clear it. And eventually do. Styles clears that one up for a throw-in. Leeds are making the sub then. Aronson off. And that is Joseph who's coming on. So Joseph coming on for Aronson now. We're underway again here. Is Joseph first touches of the ball there. Tries to split forward, but wins Leeds a throw in their own half. Is Bogle to come and take it. Now Piru, who's obviously going to be sitting a little bit deeper now as usual when Joseph comes on. Melier. Back to Rodon here. That's when Piru got his goal, isn't it? From sitting back a little bit and shooting from the distance. I would like to see the wingers change, though. Is Firpo. Solomon back into Firpo again. Now, Mateo Joseph out on the left wing. Running towards the box here. Still going, Joseph. Oh, just over the bar there with his weak foot. Did really well there, Joseph, to carry the ball that far. So he carries the ball with him down the left-hand side. He comes into the box. Is there a chance for him to maybe cross it? Oh, he hits the bar. He actually hits the bar, Joseph. Very unlucky. Oh, he would have blasted it in the top corner there, but he hits the bar. So unlucky there from Joseph. Great move. How many likes are we on now, by the way? 73. We've got 93 people in the chat. If you haven't liked the stream, like the stream. You know that when we get to 100 likes, that's when we score. So you got to do it. Got to do it for Leeds fans all over the world. Is Furlong. Now back with Wildsmith. Hagen. Now back with Wildsmith again. Hagen sends that one long. It's actually kicked it straight into touch there next to Tony Mowbray, and Firpo can take the throw in. Now Strauch. Back to Melier. Melier sends it forward. Coventry are now 3-2 up against Oxford. Come on, Leeds. 15 minutes. 15 minutes to go here. Plenty more subs we can make as well. Here's Malumbi. Oh, nearly tackled there by Solomon. Come on, Leeds. Just need to... If we can win this game, it puts us 8 points ahead of Sheffield United before their game, and that would be massive. You've got a lot of good players. Speaking of which, here's Diangana out on the left-hand side. Looking for a crossing opportunity. He has got options there to Johnson, who shoots straight into the gloves of Meslier. But I could see that he was open there and nobody closed him down, which is worrying. Good save by Meslier, just holds it well. Here's Tanaka now. Good ball forward here. God, Dan James, can he quite get there? No, it's very disappointing. It's just as we're about to get the ball, but Dan James is inside the box. He tries to put it back in. He's still got the ball here. And eventually it's going to be a corner kick to Leeds. Good ball from Bogle. Rothwell then to take the corner kick. Come on, Leeds. Let's get ahead on this. Headed away. Puts us up to 10 goals. 10 goals, 10 corners. I wish it was 10 goals. Long ball forward towards Meslier. Come on, Leeds. Not long to go now. Can we do something here? Here's Rodon. Sorry, that's not Rodon. That's Rothwell to Rodon. Rodon down the wing here to Bogle. Bogle to Joseph, who takes a good touch and then feels like he's fouled, but nothing given by the referee. He did block him off a bit. Solomon's coming off for Nonto. Nonto is now on the pitch. Good turn there by Joseph. Now the ball out on the right-hand side. Good cross into the box. Nonto blocked off there and he can't get to it. Wildsmith's going to have to come out and clear that one. And he does. Headed by Strauch. Firpo flicks it on without even looking. Giving it away. Now ball down the line. Poor touch there from the West Brom winger, Price. I'd get that checked if I were you, Michael. Here's Firpo with a throw-in. Now Strauch. Rodon. Meslier. Back to Rodon. Apparently Rodon are one of the West Brom are one of the worst teams for conceding late on in games, and Leeds are one of the best for scoring late on in games. So it can only mean that the opposite will happen. Here's Rothwell. You can see he's running across looking for those options, but they're just not really there. Here's Piru. Plays the ball to Dan James. Dan James crosses it across the box. Great tackle again there, this time by Kyle Bartley. It was offside, though, I think, in the end. Yeah, just a bit late on the pass from Peru. Come on, Leeds. Come on. Teo Joseph limping back now. Kyle Bartley making sure he's okay. We knew he was a good lad, didn't we, Kyle Bartley? He got Ayling signed as well, so... Looks like West Brom are going to be making another sub in a second. Firpo in a foot race here against Price, trying to stop him coming forward. Does well there, wins the ball back. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Not sure who he's going to be coming on for, though, Daryl DK. As I'm now reliably informed it's pronounced. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in there, just behind the halfway line. Oh, 2 subs actually from West Brom. But not quite yet. Oh, bad tackle from Bogle there. Let's hope he doesn't get himself a yellow. Referee seems very lenient today anyway, so... And Johnston's going off as well. And that is Fellows coming on. Not Fellows, as I just typed. I just need to check one thing, though. What number is Daryl DK? $12. There we go. Yeah, Ramazani's not off yet. Ramazani's not come on yet, sorry. Here's Firpo. Now Nonto down the left. Looking for an option to get the ball in the box here. Here's Nonto still. Dropped off to Firpo. Now Nonto again. Back here to Rothwell. Across to Strauch. It's just at times we can't get the ball forward. Great ball. Oh, unlucky. Great ball by Rothwell. I think he was offside anyway, Firpo. But the idea was there. The idea really was there. Is there... Oh, it's just the attendance being read out. I thought there was a sub for Leeds. Well, we kept Adam Armstrong quiet. It's just that we couldn't keep Furlong quiet. Yeah. Here's Strauch. Melier clears that one. Headed forward again by Malumbi. Firpo trying to stop it. Firpo's going to get himself a yellow card there, I think, for the pull on the shirt. No, still no yellow card. Pulled his shorts there, Firpo, until he went down. And Fellows, it was the substitute. And that was going to be a cross in here from Alex Mowat. Must be scary being Rodon and Strauch, like knowing it's mainly your responsibility to stop this going in. They've cleared it to the edge. Fellows slices that one over the bar, and Leeds can get a goal kick. Here's Melier. Sends that one long towards Mateo Joseph, who's never going to win that against Hegem. Hegem or Hegen? Hegem. Here's Dan James. Tries to get the ball in the box, cleared away by Hegem. Oh, Leeds about to get the ball in the box there, and it just bounces through. Instead of going to Bogle, it bounces through into Wildsmith's gloves. Come on, Leeds. Let's get a winner, eh? Nonto. Good ball forward to Peru there, but it's just past him and it goes through to the goalkeeper again. So close there. Nonto just wins it back, and his instant thought is put the ball through, and Peru just can't quite get a foot on it. Oh, Furlong's managed to take the ball here as he carries on forward. Rothwell trying to stop him, and Furlong's just played the ball straight into touch. It's going to be a Leeds throw in. Come on. Firpo throws that one in. Mateo Joseph. Rothwell. Ooh. Now Diangana out on the right-hand side. Plays the ball into Fellows. Fellows trying to get across in the box. God, I think Tanaka just got enough of a touch on it to stop it going to Malumbi for the shot. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick there. Very lenient referee today. It's going to be another throw into Leeds. Yeah, he's great, isn't he, Gareth? He's so like technically skilled. Come on, Leeds. I don't know how much time's going to be added on here, but I would expect a minute or two for the John Swift. Wonder if the referee's actually just forgotten his whistle and is just making sure no fouls happen because of it. Here's Nonto. Trying to be positive, but you can see there's nothing on for him. Here's Strauch. Firpo with a long ball forward here. Headed away by Bartley. Apparently that was a foul by Nonto on Furlong there, but I can't see it personally. Definitely not for me. Ball all the way back with Wildsmith now. Clears it long. Won by Firpo, but straight to Diangana. Looks like Grant's actually gone out on the left-hand side now, and Daryl DK is the one that's gone up front. Plus 4 minutes. Here's Peru. Pokes that one out wide here to Bogle. Bogle with a chance to cross, maybe. Ball taken off him again by the defence. They're so good defensively. Well, maybe a break here on for... there might be a break here on for West Brom. They're in behind. Rodon comes in with a fantastic challenge and clears it away. Unbelievable football from Joe Rodon. What a challenge. Joe Rodon with an unorthodox, but in the end, a very effective challenge. He just kind of trips over there, Rodon, and eventually comes out with the ball. Come on, a couple of minutes left then here. Come on. Come on, Leeds. Here's Tanaka. Cross to Rothwell. Leeds with the chance to come forward here. He's got Firpo outside him. He finds Firpo. Firpo back across here to Nonto. Nonto into Tanaka. Oh, Tanaka maybe had a chance to shoot for a split second there, but didn't take it. Here's Tanaka. Now Rodon. Back to Tanaka again. Leeds playing right on the edge of their box. Rodon. Into the feet of Bogle here. Bogle with a good turn. Plays it inside. Dan James! Just saved over the bar there, I think, by the goalkeeper. Wildsmith, I'm sure he tipped that over. Either that or Dan James has just blazed it over the bar. Oh, I think it rattles the goal, you know. I think it hits the post. Oh, no, it hits the side net in the stanchion thing. 1 minute then to go. Goal kick then from Wildsmith. I think it hit the pole that holds the goal up. I think he shanked it wide. Here's Nonto. Ah! Dispossessed, and now Furlong takes it off him, but no, it's a foul, and Leeds are going to get the free kick. "30 seconds to go then here. Here's Strauch. Forward to Rothwell. Now Firpo. Into Nonto. Nonto's pass is tackled and it's bounced and then been cleared. And now Strauch's won Leeds a throw in. Cross to Rodon now. Rodon. Rothwell. Now Strauch. Nonto. Tries to cross it in. Poor cross. Headed away. 1-1. Frustrating. Frustrating in the end. Look, very, very good from West Brom's point of view. Very good result. Very good performance from them as well. Look, it's 1-1. We've got a point out of it. We have gone a point closer to promotion. But I just think, yeah, frustrating as it is to watch West Brom, they were very good. They were very, very good. Yeah, it wasn't as exciting as some of the other games we've seen. Yeah, granted, but and I feel like we maybe could have done more, but you can't win them all, like Joe Mark says. You can't win every game, and we didn't lose. We got a point. I don't think it's poor by Farker. I think it's they did a very good job of kind of muting our way of playing. I'm going to talk about it in my match reaction. I'm going to properly go. I'm going to properly go through it on the tactics board of basically what they did. So if you want to know, oh, the timer's still going on. If you want to see more about that, let's stop that and let's reset it. First half, then reset, then turn that off. Yeah, look, frustrating one, but I do think that Leeds could have potentially done better. But like I said, in my match reaction, I'll go through tactically why that happened. Thanks everybody so much for watching, and I shall see you in the.
I'm in.
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 They're all in. Are you?